Hello everyone, I'm teacher Jackie. So I think you guys already started with teacher Rayon. Um, so now I am back. So briefly, I'm gonna go over the class. So this is the title of the subject, which is the English for Further Education. And then your code, already you should know, is E22201 for and 2/1, 2/3. And this is a basic, which is also reading and writing or reading and composition class. So this is the basic description of the course. I think you can read that by yourself. So this is the basic online scoring. Okay, so that is participation is 5, assignments is 15, quizzes are 10. And I can tell you where those assignments you can get after. So then this is when the school starts in July. When I see you, this is where how it's gonna be in class. So our normal, not online. So our normal class will be your quizzes, assignments, and projects. That would be 30 points. The midterm exam is 20 points. Your final exam is 20 points. And then the rest of the 30 is your attendance, your class performance, that's participation, and then your behavior. That all totals up to 100. So now, when the school starts, this is your classroom rules. I would like for all of you to remember these and pay particular attention to your rule number 1 and rule number 8, along with rule number 10. These 3 are the most important. Not that all the others are not important, but these are the most important ones. And I don't accept any excuses. That's number 8. All work must be turned in on time, no excuses. Okay? If there is any excuse, you need to come talk to me first before you do anything else. So this is the book that you are going to be using, and hopefully you all have that already. It's a blue book, Q Skills for Success, Reading and Writing, Level 2. So in your notebook, on this notebook, there's a certain way I would like for you to put your vocabulary. So all the vocabulary words that you get from your book, from all the units, it should all be in your notebook. It should be like this, okay? There's 2 sets of vocabulary words in each unit. So you should have your vocabulary word. For example, if it's beautiful, the word is beautiful, then you should have a part of speech, whether it's a verb, it's a noun, adjective, adverb, whatever, etc. After that, you should have your meaning of the word. Then, after you have that, you should have 2 sentences using those words. For example, she is beautiful. You underline the word, your vocabulary word. Or the view from the top of a mountain is beautiful. Okay? These sentences must be your own words. Cannot be copied from a dictionary, internet, any website or outside resources. Cannot ask your parents. It's all yours. Your own words, because I need to see and understand whether you understand it or not, those vocabulary words, and be able to use them correctly. Okay? So then, moving on. So here are your Unit 1 vocabulary words. So your set 1, your first set of your vocabulary word. Clear, connect, contribute, express, recommend, spread, review. That's your first. And then there's a second one, and that's influenced, psychologist, purchase, find out, researcher, trend, social, and study. If at any time you don't understand any of these words, you should either write it down on paper or mark it in your book, highlight it, and then ask me, and then we'll go over that. Okay, but I think most of them you guys already know already, like clear, right? Clear has more than one meaning. Clear meaning clear the table or clear your space, take things away, clear. Or clear also means understanding, that you understand everything. It is clear that you understand it, what you're doing. Or that you can, like in the mirror or in a window, you can see things clearly or see through clearly. There's no mistake. It's not fuzzy. It's not unfocused. Okay, everything is focused. You can see it. You can understand it. That's what it means, clear. Connect, when two things meet, that's connect. Or you can connect to somebody through social media, through your phone, whatever. Contribute is how much you put in your work, what you put into it. So let's say if you're working in a group setting, then you are working together. So your part, you are contributing, or contribute. What is your contribute in that work? What did you do in that work? What was your part in it? That's contribute. Express is talking about or showing how you feel about certain things. That's express. Like your opinion on things. Like, so if I ask you, what is your opinion on today's weather? Then you're gonna give me your opinion. So your opinion is your expression and how you talk about your feelings or you show your feelings. Recommend is when you are suggesting something, suggesting what you see, suggesting what you want to eat or what you want to do, or what other people should see. That's recommend. Your suggestion to something or somebody suggesting you. That's recommend. Like if I say, I recommend that you go to see The Lion King, the musical or the theater version. That's recommend. That's suggesting. Okay? And then spread. Spread has more than one meaning. It could be like spread out the newspaper or spread your books open or you spread your notebook across the table or desk. That's spread. You can spread butter on the bread. That's spread. Where you cover something in you cover a surface with something or an object. That could be spread. Then review is when you go over things. Not just one thing at a time, but you do it more than once. So if we finish the unit 1, we go over it to make sure that you understand the unit so that you'll be ready for your midterm test or your final exam test or your quizzes. That's a review just to make sure that you understand what you got, what you understand, what you're learning in class. Okay? And then your vocabulary for set 2. Influenced means when someone or something help you understand what you've done. Like your parents should be your big influencers. They're the one who brought you into this world. They're going to continue to help you progress and become success in the world so that you can do your work. So that means influence, meaning helping someone to be a success. Whether it's physical or if it's more of emotional and mental. Okay? Now, a psychologist is a person who study and practice helping someone with mental and emotional needs so that they can be success in the society. So if you're depressed, if you're sad all the time and you don't know how to get out of your sadness, you would go see a psychologist. Most psychologists are doctors who study this field. But it has a lot to do with the mental issues. It has a lot to do with the emotional. In most cases, it involves both mental and emotional needs and problems. The psychologist is the person who helps you go through and deal with all that stuff. Purchase, you should already know purchase meaning something that you buy. Find out is like an information that you don't know about, so you need to go see it or look for it, research it. That's find out. Find out means you need to go look for something. Finding the answer. Looking for the answer. A researcher is a person who finds out those information, who goes and look for those information that is unknown, like scientists. They are researchers. Like people who look up informations, they are researchers. Trend means something that is very popular, whether it's in fashion, whether it's in music, whether it's in food, many different areas. That's a trend. But trend, someone or something starts it and becomes very, very, very popular. So everybody copies it. Everybody does it. Like music. So if you like a certain type of music, like Taylor Swift or like K-pop music, because somebody likes it so much, they go and tell somebody else about it and it becomes popular. And everybody else listens to it. Everybody dresses like Taylor Swift or listens to Taylor Swift music, and that becomes popular. That's a trend. And it could be a restaurant. If the new restaurant comes up and a lot of people like it, then all sorts of people will go to that restaurant, eat their food, they like it, they tell their friends and other people, and they put it on social media and it goes viral. Then that becomes very popular. So then that restaurant becomes a trend. Okay? So then you have this word social. Social means when people interact with people, how they communicate, how they behave with other people. That's social. Yeah, that's pretty much what social means. It's how you interact with people, whether it's in social media, whether you do it in person, in group of people, when or you just talking to your parents, how you behave and interact with and communicate with other people. That's social. And then, well, you should all know what that word means. Study, right? Study hard, people say, or I will also tell you, study hard means how you yourself get the information and use those information to help you progress and succeed in what you do and how you do it, the methods and you do it. Whether it is all memory, you read it and you memorize it, or just keep repeating it. All depends on what you're doing and how you do it. Okay, so these are your vocabulary words. Two set, two, two sets in unit 1. Okay, so then let's move on. Make sure these are in your notebooks, please. And when we start, and I see you in class in July, when school starts in July, I will collect this notebook. Make sure all your words are in your notebook and is done properly. Okay, so by the time we see each other, you should probably have unit 1 and unit 2 in your notebook. So by the time we start school in July, or I see you in July, your notebook should have those sets of vocabulary should be in it. 4 sets. Okay, 2 units, 4 sets. So here's your unit 1. So in unit 1, it's talking about marketing. Now, marketing means a lot of different things in business setting. It means how to get the words out, how to get your product sold. So you market, you advertise it, you put it on radio, you put it on TV, you have consultants talking about it. However you get the word out, that's called marketing. So that your product can be sold quickly and be successful. Okay? And then we're gonna start with talking about, so this is your unit question. Why does something become popular? Now, before you start answering questions and talking about it, you need to think about it. Think about how you're going to answer this question. Why does something become popular? Why do you buy certain things that are popular? That's a question that you need to ask. And also, you should have the answer, this answer, in your notebook after you finish your first 2 sets in unit 1, because this is a unit 1 question. I want the answer to this question in your notebook after you finish your vocabulary for set 1 and set 2 in unit 1. So after you do both sets of vocabulary, then you answer this question. And it should be 1 paragraph. Meaning, in a paragraph, you should have 5 or more sentences to answer this question. Because I need you to answer it. And because it's a why question, W-H-Y, why, that means you need to give a reason why. So your answer should start with because. Because I believe, or because something. and this is your opinion because I'm asking your opinion. So you should have because I blah blah blah. Like you need to explain it. Why do you think that? Why do you think something becomes popular? So you need to answer that question. That answer should be in your notebook. Okay? So think about this question because I will come back and ask this question again and we can go over it and we can talk about it together. In this class, you're going to be doing a lot of talking and I'm going to be asking a lot of why questions. I'm going to be asking a lot of for you to explain your reasons, whether it's a short answer, whether it's a long answer. You have to give me an answer. You have to give me your opinion because I'm asking you for your opinion. And being that this is a reading and writing class, I need to understand that you understand what you're reading. You understand what you're writing about. You're writing you understand the questions in what you're writing and the answers in what you're writing. So this is going to be very, very important for you to understand what's going on. So you have to pay attention. And if you don't understand in class, even now or later when the school starts, you have to ask me. Don't be shy in asking about the questions that you don't understand. It is okay for you to not understand. I don't expect everybody to understand what we're doing. But I also don't expect that you sit quietly and not ask it. Because then I can't help you if that's what you're feeling. So if you don't understand it, it is okay for you to say, teacher, I don't understand. Ask, and I will explain it. I will talk you through it until you understand. We're not going to move on to anything else until you understand what we're doing in class. Okay, so you always have to come, find me, ask questions, ask what we're doing, ask me what you don't understand, ask me about the vocabulary words that you don't know, ask me about the unit questions if you don't understand the unit questions about something. You have to ask. Otherwise, I'm going to guess that you understand and then we're going to move on. And then come to find out you don't understand. And then you didn't pass the quiz or you didn't pass the tests, the exams, then I'm not going to be very happy about that. Okay? So know that I'm always going to be available. I'm always going to be here to help you no matter what. Okay? Just in case you didn't know, if you are looking for help and need help, you can always find me in the EP office, second floor, in the EP teacher's room, and you can't miss me. I will be at my desk where it says Teacher Jackie on it. If I'm not at my desk, I will be either in the restroom or in the middle room in the EP office. So come if you need help. Come ask if you need help. Okay? Because it's very important. I will always be available to help you. But if you don't come and ask for help, then I can't help. So then, let's move on to your question 1. Okay, in your discussion, in your book, where the question number 1, where it says discuss with classmates, we can do that in class. But for right now, the online course, let's just do this together. We can talk through it together. Okay. The first question has three questions. So I want you to each think about each question before you answer it. Do you and your friends like the same things? Do you wear the same clothes? Why do you think that is? Okay, so first two questions is a short answer question. Okay, do you meaning yes or no question. It's a yes or no. Do you and your friends like the same stuff? Same things? Think about it. Do you? I will give you 2 minutes to think about it. What do you think? I hope you're thinking about it. Time's almost up. Okay, so, well, for most people with their group of friends, the answer to this is yes. Because a lot of friends, they do share a lot of things together. They have a lot of things in common. Um, most friends are friends because they like each other and they like the fact that they have things in common and similarities. So that first question, do you and your friends like the same things? I'm sure most of you said yes. So the second question, do you wear the same clothes? This is a question about you yourself. So you think about it. Do you wear the same clothes? I don't think the same clothes that you're wearing every day, one outfit every day. That's kind of gross if you do. Um, but I think the question is asking is that do you wear the same type of clothes? So think about it. I'll give you another 2 minutes to answer, or think about it and we can talk about it again. So I hope you're still thinking and what your answer is going to be. You got about 1 minute left. Do you wear the same clothes? Okay, so how did you answer? What was your answer? Do you wear the same clothes? Most of you probably said yes, and a lot of people is yes, even including myself. I do wear same type of clothes. I like comfort. I like baggy shirts. I like wearing pants. You will see me at school wearing skirts a lot because that's a school dress code for female teachers. But at home, myself, for me to relax, I wear pants, comfortable pants. So that's me. That's my style. For many people, that's different. It's okay. Everybody has a different preference. So the last question is, why do you think that is? I think it is referring to your second question. Do you wear the same clothes? Why do you think that is? So this is for you to answer yourself. Why do you think that? Why do you wear the same clothes? You don't have to write it down or anything, but just think about it. Okay, so I'm giving you another, let's say, a 2 minute, two, maybe 3 minute. Let's do 3 minutes. 3 minutes of your why question. Why do you wear the same clothes? Okay, think about it. Remember, this is your explanation. This is your reason. I hope you're thinking. It's gotta be a good reason why. It can't be a reason like because I like it. That's too short. Remember, I told you your reason should be at least 5 sentences long. Your why answer. For me, for my class. For other teacher, that's them. But for me, when I'm asking you a why question, you need to give me more than 5 sentences long of a reason. So why do you wear the same clothes? You can't be just because I like it. It's got to be more than that. You have 1 minute left. And you should be able to tell me in words. If I don't want you to write it down and I want you to speak it to me, tell me your answer. You should be able to tell me that answer within 5 sentences or more. Okay, so now in your book on page 2, you will see the same question. But the question number 2 in your book, it shows you a photograph, a picture, and asks you a question. Where are these people? And what makes a place like this popular? So where do you think this place is in the book? If you have the book and you're looking at it, and you're looking at it with me at the same time as I am looking at it, you will see a big castle. So where would you think these people are at? Think about it. Give you 1 minute to think about it. Where is this place? Where do you see a castle? And I believe it is a very famous place. The whole world knows about it. Okay? So where do you think this place is? If you had a thought that this is Walt Disney World in US, in Florida maybe, I'm thinking you're correct. Because that's what I'm thinking. It's the Cinderella's castle. So what do you think? What makes this place so popular? Why is it so popular? So I'm going to give you another 2 minutes to think about why this place is so popular. Think about it. Why do people all over the world go to this place? I hope you're thinking. Time is almost up. Okay. So, what makes this place or places like this popular? Well, I would think that you answered or you said something similar to that people like to have fun. People like Disney movies and things that are Disney, things that are fairy tale like stories, children's stories, whether it's real or make believe. These are popular. These are what makes it trending. These are what makes it interesting because everybody getting into it. Okay, good. So now we are going to skip page 3 because page 3 is about listening, and I don't teach you listening. I only teach you reading and writing. So we're gonna skip that and go to page 4 in your book. Now, page 4 in your book is on how certain things or how different things become popular. Okay, so it's an exercise that you're going to do. And you're gonna where it says work with a partner, well, you're not gonna have a partner. You're gonna work by yourself. And in your own way or in your own technique and method, you're going to they give you 3 different ways that something can become popular. And then you're going to complete and finish the diagram with 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages of the each things that can become popular, like advertisements on TV. So what give the 2 reasons why certain advertisements on TV are popular, and give 2 disadvantages. Or disadvantage meaning not popular. What makes it not popular? So give the 2 reasons of that for advertisements on TV. And then for advertisements and magazine, they give you 1 examples already for 1 for advantage. So you need to just come up with the 1 more reason for advantage. And then they give you an example for disadvantage. You just have to come up with 1 more disadvantage. Okay? And then the last one, word of mouth. Word of mouth meaning people talking about the product, about the things, about what they like on whatever it may be. So that's what word of mouth means. People talking about it. So what are 2 advantages of that? And then what are 2 disadvantages of that? You're going to be working on that right now. So you're gonna need some time. So I'll give you, uh, let's see, how many times do you think? How much time do you need? 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes to work on that right now because we're gonna do it together. So let's do that. Advantages, meaning likes. Disadvantages, meaning doesn't like. Advantages also meaning how, why does it work? Why it doesn't work? So give those reasons. You can think about it before you write the answer. Okay, so don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a rush to write your answers down. And by the way, when you're writing it in your notebook or in your book, your writing must be clear. If I cannot read your answer, then I cannot give you a grade. That also goes with writing your name, whether it's your full name and your nickname. If it is sloppy and I cannot read your name, I won't give you a grade. So make sure you practice your writing skills, that you write clearly. And you always, when you submit your work to me, you're always writing it clear. You're writing your full name. You're writing your nickname. You're always writing your class and your class number. That means what is your number in your classroom? Are you number 1? Are you number 2? What number are you? That's what class number means. Not your room number. Many people have done that. So I hope you're almost done writing your answer in your page 4. Advantages and disadvantages, 3 things that may become popular. That's advertisements on TV, like why certain shampoos become popular, or magazines, why certain magazines are popular, and word of mouth, why certain things become popular because people are talking about it, like restaurants. Why are certain restaurants so popular? Like, how did MK become so popular? How did KFC become so popular? How did, I don't know, Oishi become popular? From word of mouth, from people talking about it. What is good about that? People talking about it. What's good about that? And what is not good about that? Okay, you got 2 minutes, a little more. 2 more minutes. You got 1 more minute. Time up. Okay. So I hope you finish that. So what will be advantages? What are the likes? What is good about advertisement on TV? So you should have answers somewhat close to like people see it on TV, uh, like because it's easy to understand and process. And then what are two disadvantages of advertisements on TV? You should have something like too much information is given on TV, or you can say it's very fast. Advertisement is very fast, so it's hard to comprehend or to see or understand. Okay, something similar to that. For the magazine ads, so they already give you one reason for what is good about it. It says can use colorful photos. Okay, and then what? What else will be a like or advantage advertisements in a magazine? You could have something similar to the words are big enough to see, or the letters, or you can say something like it's uh, funny advertisements, or you can say something like it's I already said it's easy to read, right? Easy to understand. So then what will be the other side? What will be the disadvantage of magazine on ads? They give you one example, people not read it. It could be true. People like to get the magazine just to look through the pictures. But what else could it be? Almost as similar to TV ads where it could be too much information, or it could be there'd be so much stuff on it that it looks too cluttered. It looks too much, right? Right? Too much words, too much pictures, almost confusing to look at. And then the last one is word of mouth. So what would be a good thing about people talking about certain trends or certain things and why it would become popular? Well, because word of mouth kind of travels faster than most things. Uh, when you tell your friends you like certain things, they might go and look at it, and then they can decide whether they like it or not. And then they can put it on the social media whether they like it or not like it. Disadvantage? Well, it could always be all negative and not negative, meaning not so good things. And you might see a bad stuff or say bad things about it. Or that people will hear it, but they're not going to do it because they feel lazy about doing it, putting it on or posting it or talking about it again. Right? There's many different reasons on why people would do certain things and why they wouldn't do certain things. It's up to them. Okay, so now let's move on to page 4. Last two questions on the bottom of the page 4, letter F. We're not gonna we're not doing it in a group, but you're also going to be thinking about it, and we're gonna be discussing it, talking about it. That's what discuss means, talking about it together. So number 1, what are some things that are popular among your classmates? That means in your class, okay, in your class, friends in your class. What are things that are popular? How did you first learn about these things? How did you hear about it? Okay, so before you start talking about it, you can answer it in your book. Answer it in your book. Do not answer it in your notebook. Don't put the answer in your notebook. Write it in your book. Okay? There's two answers in two questions in number one. So you should have two answers to that. First question is, what are some things that are popular among your classmates? Do you believe is popular in your class? Okay? And then, second question, how did you first learn about these things? Who told you about it? How did you find out about it? Okay? Put it in your book. Answer it in your book. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes. Go. Okay, so times are almost done. So I hope your answers are almost finished. Okay, so now, question number two. What is something that is popular now but wasn't popular last year? So think about that one. What do you think is popular right now that wasn't popular last year? Think about it and write that answer. I'll give you another 3 minutes. Okay? Go. Remember, it can be anything. It could be about fashion. It could be about a book. It could be about a certain type of object. It could be about food, movies, music, a song. What do you think it might be? What do you think is popular, that was popular, or is popular now, that wasn't popular last year? This one might be a little bit difficult. So if you can't think about it or you can't come up with an answer, it's okay. Don't stress over it. Okay? Don't worry so much. We're going through this together. So you don't need to stress about it. You don't need to be serious about it. You don't need to worry about it. There's nothing for you to worry about. Remember, if you don't understand, you can always ask for help. Okay? Always ask for help. And then in class or even now, if I speak too fast, just tell me to slow down. And I'll slow down. No problem with that. And once school starts and I see you in person and in class, you must, it's a requirement to speak English and English only. And every time you speak Thai, I will take points. It's no joke. Okay, so now time's up. I hope you finished page 4, question 1 and 2 on the last letter F exercise. Okay? Make sure you have this page finished because I will also check when the school starts. I will check it. Do not submit anything. Do not print anything. You are not required to print anything. Nothing. Do not print. Okay? If I tell you to do your work, I will tell you where you can find that work. And you're going to do it online. You're not going to print anything off. So just relax. Don't worry about it. If you miss something, message me or contact me or let me know on the next class, the next online class. Tell me. It is okay, but don't sit quietly and not tell me anything. Because if you miss information, then I can't help you. And if you don't ask about it, then I cannot help you. You have to ask me. Okay? So let's move on. Let's move on to page 5. Actually, page 5 is your vocabulary, right? So let's work on, you can work on this vocabulary on page 5 by yourself. okay, and have it finished, and have it finish it uh, by yourself, and then you can show me when the class starts in July, but have it finished and done, please, and make sure you understand every single word. Oh, and by the way, when you are writing your meaning and definitions in your notebook and your vocabulary words, you cannot use electronic dictionary. You cannot use the website, the internet, the computer, whatever it is. You only can use regular paper dictionary, like Oxford dictionary. And I hope you get that, because that's what you're going to be using. And the book also tells you the meaning of it, so you can use the book for the dictionary as well. If you like to get the meaning of it, that's okay, but you cannot use your Google dictionary or Google translating or dictionary from your phone or whatever electronic devices that you have. You cannot use that. Okay, just keep that in mind. So let's end it here. Okay, and then we'll meet again next time, and the next one we're gonna go over the reading. We're gonna discuss the reading on page 6, your first reading, and then we will also talk about it, and then we will do some exercises in that, and then we will try to finish doing the reading, try to get to reading 2, and then we'll also talk about the writing part, because that's what this class is about, is reading and writing. Okay, so hopefully you're okay, and if you have any questions, write it down or remember it or highlight it in the book, and the next time we meet you can ask me then. Okay, see you later. Good luck. Hope you get your work done.